So, Forex Factory, set natin siya sa last week, February 8 to February 14. Apply setting. Makikita natin yan, yung mga high impact news na yan. So, many high impact news last week. So, pagka ganyan, medyo mas nagiging maingat yung mga institusyon. Kaya, last week, mapapansin nyo, more on sideways on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, And then Wednesday, may liquidity sweep. Again, retail sales. How to read this is, let's say yung previous 0.4, the forecast is 0.3. Yan. So, dapat sana yung retail sales, tumaas yan kung maganda. Pero since from the forecast pa lang, nagpo-forecast sila ng 0.3, mas mababa sa previous, hindi na maganda. And then, lalo na nung lumabas yung actual, which is 0.0. And yung core retails kasi, hindi kasama yung mga automobiles, which is the volatile na mga presyo. While the retail sales then, from 0.6, 0.4, 0.0, hindi rin maganda. So, this is not good for USD. And this is good for XAU, gold. Kaya lang, there are traders na nagte-trade sila during high impact news. So, hindi tama, XAU. Hanggat maaari, iwasan nyo. And then, employment cost index, 0.8, 0.8 neutral, 0.7, hindi rin magaganda. So, that is February 10, which is Tuesday. And then, Wednesday, average hourly earnings, 0.1, 0.3, 0.4. So, maganda yung, kumbaga yung swelduhan, maganda. Parang ganun lang kasimple. And that is good for the USD. So, possibly, kung XAU USD, magdadrop si gold. And then, non-farm employment change, yung pagdami ng trabaho from 48,000 to 66,000 to 130,000. So, this is good for USD again. Another reason para bumagsak si XAU. Another reason para bumagsak si XAU. And, hindi pa man tayo nag-chart, di ba? Alam nyo naman na bumabagsak si XAU. Bumabagsak si gold ngayon. And then, unemployment rate, from 4.4 to 4.4 neutral, naging 4.3. Ibig sabihin, nabawasan yung unemployment. So, good for the USD again. Another reason for the gold to mag-drop. So, that is Wednesday, Then, Thursday, unemployment claims. 232, 222, 227. Although, okay ito, Okay naman ito. Nabawasan, di ba? Nabawasan. Kaya lang ito nagpula dahil nga actual is greater than forecast. Kaya naging pula. Pero all in all, itong dalawa na to is less than the previous. So, nabawasan yung unemployment. Di ba? So, good for the USD. Another reason again. Ayan. Diba? Parang ini-scorean lang natin si USD and gold. And then come February 13. Core CPI, and then monthly per month, yung comparison niya, month to month. Then CPI. Yung core kasi, hindi kasama yung mga volatile. Kaya lang, this is inflation. This affects interest rate. Ayan. At kung mapapansin nyo, 0.2, 0.3, parang tataas pero nag-neutral. And then 0.3, 0.3 bumaba. And then year to year, 2.7 and 2.4. So somehow yung inflation bumababa. So what will happen? Hindi magtataas ng interest rate ang Fed. Parang ganun ang magiging. Kaya lang hindi ito bigla. Nagkukuling siya. Kasi kung tumataas ang inflation, the tendency is tataasan din yung interest rate. Kasi pag tinaasan ang interest rate, yung mga ordinary tao, hindi yan mangungutang. Pero pagka mababa ang interest rate, yung mga tao mangungutang yan. Kasi mababa ang interest rate, pwede silang mangutang. Kaya lang, pag tumaas ang interest rate, nagiging maganda for USD. Actually, hindi kay USD maganda eh. Maganda doon sa mga investor. Nagiging attractive kay investor yung USD. Kasi bakit? Since mataas ang interest rate, nag-i-invest sila sa USD. From gold, lilipat sila sa USD. What will happen sa USD? Tataas. And with this data, parang nagpapakita din na pwedeng long-term, interest rate, hindi siya tataas. Most likely, bababa siya. And napakatagal ng issue niyan, di ba? And if the interest rate is bababa, good for yung mga tao, but not good for the investor. So the investor now will turn back to XAU. So that is the time na aangat si XAU. So ito, USD will drop, pero ito ano to? XAU, aangat. Kaya natin inuulit-ulit ito para at least magkaroon ng idea yung mga kasama natin how to analyze. Kasi nakakalito talaga to. So that is last week. Ano? Punta naman tayo sa this week. This is part of the system. Ano? If you are a trader, you have to understand the fundamentals. And this is fundamental. So papalitan ko to from 15 to 21. Apply setting. So today is holiday, di ba? Holiday, Chinese New Year. Para bang gano'n? Chinese New Year, tama ba? So of
Yes,
course, kung Chinese New Year, para bang, siyempre, yung China kasi is napakalaking trader niyan, ano? Ang dami mga product. So, medyo nag-hold yung market. Parang ganon. Ano? So, today is Tuesday. Kahapon, walang high impact news. So, wala ring high impact news ngayon. Holiday. And tomorrow, Wednesday, wala din. Thursday, yan. So, the FOMC meeting minutes. Ano tong FOMC meeting minutes? Dito ngayon mo di ba? Nung nakaraang linggo, meron tayong CPI. Dito ngayon, magkakaroon, ito, buksan natin folder. More hawkish than expected is good for the currency. Para bang hawkish kasi yung parang itataas yung interest rate. Pero paano nila itataas yung interest rate kung yung CPI ay nagko-cool down, bumababa? So that CPI is somehow indicating that the Fed or the FOMC ay pwede maging dovish o yung interest rate hindi nila gagalawin or bababa, ganon. So merong ganong klase pag-intindi. So dito may mga detailed records of FOMC most recent meeting providing in-depth insight into the economic and financial condition that influence their vote on where to set interest rate. Ayan. So ngayon, yung mga words nila, pakikiramdaman yun. Kaya we are waiting for the Thursday. What will be their, ano yung word nila? Can be dovish or hawkish. Mahalaga yan kasi, ito kasi, long-term ang epekto nito. What we are doing now is scalping. Okay naman yon. Kaya nga lang, for a scalper kasi, hindi nyo mapapansin, medyo stressful siya. Lagi ka naghahabol. Nahabol mo lagi, nabantayan mo lagi. Pero I'm combining yung idea na ginagawa ko dati with scalping. Kaya medyo ingat ako ngayon kasi I'm combining to intraday and scalping. Kaya kanina, pagka may win na ako, tama na. So, okay na muna yan, sabi ko. Kasi may mga details pa na hindi ko masyadong makita. Kaya mapapansin nyo ngayon, nagpo-fundamentals tayo lagi. And then, tuloy natin to. By Friday, so we have the advanced GDP and the flash manufacturing, flash services. The GDP is the overall indication if the economics are good or bad. So 4.43. So somehow, they are telling or mind setting or they are giving a forecast na the GDP is not okay. So what will happen? USD is not good. So XAU will be okay. So nung isang linggo, lumabas, USD is good dahil sa non-farm employment change. So bumababa ngayon yung XAU. What will happen pag lumabas ito at naging ganito to? So that is the time na aangat naman. Parang ganun, ano? But I'm not saying na ganun yung mangyayari. Yun yung nakikita ko dun sa data. And then, manufacturing. So kung hindi maganda ang GDP, bakit sila magmamanufacture? Kaya nga dito, 52.4, 52.4. Plus services. Services, ito yung mga transportation, mga hospital. 52.7, 52.3. Di ba? Parang, dito neutral, dito parang maggaganda. So there are conflicting data that we need to wait. Pero yun yung possible na, because of the non-farm employment change, XAU drop, and because of this GDP, and possible na because of the CPI, at ever since naman, they're telling the interest rate is medyo, ang bias nila is bababaan nila. So, pag bumaba yun, hindi interesado ang investor sa USD, si-ship sila uli sa gold. Okay? And that is our Forex Factory. Any question, mate? Forex Factory lang muna, ha?